Hey everyone, welcome back to the Canning Nana. I know I've been AWOL for a little bit, but I'm going to try my best to get some more videos out and do some cooking and some canning videos. I have a lot of people asking what's been going on and where I've been. We've just been really busy. We just had a new grandson born just last week. And in addition to our new granddaughter that was born last year. So we've been pretty busy. We did a lot of traveling last year in 2018 and going to start doing the same pretty soon here for 2019. So I want to really get back into canning and doing some cooking videos. I'm going to be starting a canning basics for beginners. We're going to go through everything from the beginning and teach you how to can safely. That's the main thing. I'm going to teach you how to can safely because that's a huge thing. You can learn how to can, but you need to learn the basics of canning first before you try. Water bath canning is a little bit different than pressure canning. So we're going to go through both of those and instruct you on how to do both. But today we are going to be using the Instapot and making chili. It's been a blah day today. If you watched my previous video, this morning it was raining buckets. We had a bad thunderstorm here, and it was pretty exciting for California. I know all you other, states, Midwesterners and Southerners and everything are going to laugh at that video because I get all excited when it starts to rain and pour, and thunder and lightning. And the thunder and lightning actually shook the house this morning. It's on the news and it's on, Facebook and social media and everything. It's a huge thing out here because we just don't get that stuff. So it's a blah day, so I'm going to make chili. I'm kind of feeling under the weather today. If you can hear my voice, I'm really sorry. I don't sound like I usually do, but I feel good enough to make chili, and this is a really easy meal to get started when you don't want to be in the kitchen all day. You can do this in a crock pot. You can do this on the stove. It doesn't have to be in the Instapot. The Instapot just makes things a whole lot easier. So I had a video about 7 minutes long and it got erased. So we're looking at what I already had done in the previous video that was lost, and I put this in the Instapot already. So what we have, and I'm going to be utilizing fresh food as well as my canned food and my dehydrated food. So I'm going to be showing you how I implement all of those things in our everyday meals. And this is one of the easiest meals that you can do. So far I have ground beef in here. It's 80% lean and 20% fat. I sauteed that with some fresh onion and some dehydrated chives. So, and Watkins pepper. I also use Watkins pepper and put that in there. So, I also opened my jar of fresh Roma tomatoes that were canned in 2017, I believe. And they were whole, so I chopped them up in the can and then poured them in the Instapot. So here I have my kidney beans in a pint that I'm going to be using. And then here I have a quart of pinto beans. I'm also using my Watkins chili packet. I'm going to be using 2 of these. I am a Watkins distributor, so if anyone has any questions about Watkins, I highly recommend their products. They've been in business for over 100 years. And their products are very reasonable, very good. You probably know them well for their vanilla, but they have so many other things. Their spices and everything are just wonderful. And it's very reasonable. I started selling it, I became a distributor to get the discount, to get the products because I love them so much. And now it's a business for me in addition to my Thrive which is not the Thrive Foods, but the Thrive vitamins and patches and things like that, that I think I've talked about a little bit, but I don't really do videos that sell things. I just want to let you know that that's what I do, and if you're interested, give me a buzz, make a comment, and I will get back to you and give you my email address. And actually, the email address is thecanningnana@gmail.com. Very easy to get into. Watkins costs, I think, about $20 to get started. Thrive costs absolutely nothing to be a customer or a promoter. So if you want to know more about those, I will happily talk about that. But that's not what this video is about. So let's get back to the Instapot. So I have here 3 cloves of fresh garlic. I do have dehydrated garlic too, but I didn't put any of that. I'm not using any of that today. I'm using dried chives, and I'm using dried celery, dehydrated celery. So what we're going to be doing, let's see, we have the beans in here. Let me find my spoon. Let's see. What did I do with my spoon? Okay, so found my spoon, and here we go. We're going to add the red pinto beans. And hopefully it'll all come out easily. Of course not. Now, for canning beans, I do not usually can them. I pressure can them, of course, but I don't usually can them for as long as it says, because I don't like mushy beans. I like the whole beans to come out. So that's one of the things I do, because I don't eat beans raw, obviously, unless it's in like a taco salad or something like that. And these beans are fine for that. They're cooked. They're just a little bit undercooked, a tad undercooked. So I'm going to be putting those in here, and I will get the rest out of there pretty soon. Let's see. I'm going to take my pinto beans and put those in here, so you can see that they're coming out as whole beans. They're not mushy at all, and I really like that. See this? Oops. Let's see. That is one of the beans, and they mush. I mean, they're cooked. They're not very hard. They're just a tad undercooked. So let's see. Let me get some more. I have to get these out a little bit gently. Let's see if it pours out. Okay, I'm going to have to stop the video for a second. I need 2 hands to do this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've loosened the beans a little bit. They should pour out. There we go. I don't know if all of them are going to come out or not, but I'll get them all out. Oh, they're still stuck in there a little bit. But just to show you what I'm putting in here. So one of my secret ingredients is manwich. And the manwich that I use is the thick and chunky. And it has a little bit of vegetables in it. It's got pieces of tomato and then tomato sauce. Now I put a jar of my tomato sauce in. My canned tomato sauce is in the pot also. So we're making a big batch of chili. So I'm putting in the manwich. That'll give it a unique flavor. It comes out so good. This is really good. And so easy. It's just so easy. And I'm going to use, I opened one of my packets of the Watkins. Watkins has different packets for chili, for taco seasoning, for fajita mix, country gravy, turkey gravy, brown gravy, and they're all really reasonable price. They're, I think, $1.49. So it's comparable with the prices of the store, and they are excellent. It's not like generic. These are excellent. They use the excellent spices to go into this. So let's see. Let me open this and I'll get right back. Okay, so I've got my Watkins seasoning. And you can see all of that. I mean, it smells so good. The spices are just amazing. And that's why I use Watkins. So I'm going to put another one of those in there. Going to stir this all up. This is going to make an excellent chili. And then I'm going to add cornbread, make cornbread to this. This is just going to be really good. And we'll probably have this for leftovers for over the weekend too. And you know, with Super Bowl coming up, people love their chili for Super Bowl, so this is a really good idea to make for Super Bowl Sunday too. There we go. Okay. Now, so far, all the ingredients are in there. I'm going to add about 1/3 of a cup of dried celery, my dehydrated celery, and another packet of the Watkins, and then some water, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have added, that's 1/3 cup of my dehydrated celery, and it looks like a little bit, but it's going to make a lot, and I'm actually going to add another 1/3 cup, so 2/3 cup of celery, and that's because I've added so much ingredients, it's becoming a bigger pot than I thought. So there's the dehydrated celery. I hope you can see that. Okay, then I have put 1 quart of water that I'm just going to add. Probably not the whole quart because I want this to be thick, but we need extra water in the Instapot. Let me stir that. I've added about 3/4 of the water. I think that should be fine because the dried chives are going to take up water to rehydrate, and so is the celery. And it's still nice and thick. This is going to be very good. I've still got some whole tomatoes in there, so they'll break up. And I'm going to add my other packet of chili mix, chili seasoning. This is really normally super fast, but because I have to start and stop and empty the jars of the beans and everything, it's taking me a little bit longer. So I'm going to stir all that in. You can see I'm almost at my max right there, but we're just going to make it. And this is only going to be in the Instapot. I'm going to put it on for 25 minutes and dinner will be done. And let's see what time it is here. It's 5:11 at night. So yeah, we'll have dinner on the table by 6 o'clock. And while I make fresh cornbread, this is going to be amazing. So you can see how good that looks. I have to break up the tomatoes, but otherwise that's looking really good. And my fresh garlic. Get some more of that out of there. Now, usually I either add fresh garlic or I use the chopped or minced garlic cans from the store. We go through a lot of garlic. We're an Italian family, so I literally put everything, garlic in everything. It's really good. It's good for you. So, yeah, garlic is good. Okay, so one of the things that I was debating on putting in is diced green chilies to make it, you know, a little bit spicy. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. If I do, this is a 7-ounce can. It's a bigger can. And I think I will put some of these in, probably just half. I can't open that with one hand right now. And I have to get the rest of the beans out. So what we have is everything put together and in the pot, and it smells delicious. And then all you have to do is plug in your Instapot, turn it on. I'll do this. You'll hear a beep. And then you can find your manual button. Right now it says off. The lid is not on, so it's not doing anything. So I pushed pressure cook, and I'm going to put it in for 25 minutes. Okay, so when you start the cooking, the Instapot is going to run its cycle, and then it's also going to have to let down the steam and you know, cool it down enough so that you can open the pot. So I am going to go ahead and open the diced chilies, and I'm going to open that and put in a can, about maybe a quarter of a can. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling good today. I'm really sorry that this is kind of I know I'm drawing this out, and I don't mean to be. I'm going to put the rest of my beans in here. So, and this is why I'm making chili, guys, because I'm just not feeling good today. Having back issues and having a cold, and I'm just not feeling good. I just kind of want to lay down and relax. It's been a long couple weeks, so so please bear with me, and don't judge me for the quality of this video. I know it's kind of poor, and that's not up to my standards, but the next videos will be much better. So you put the lid on the Instapot. Since we have all that in there and it's starting to cook. Makes that cools down. You lock it in place. And then you want it to set this so that it's not venting. You want it to not vent, so you don't want to let any of the steam out. And you want it to cook for the 25 minutes, and it's already started even though I just put the lid on. So we're going to let that cook, and in a separate video I will show you the results of the chili and the cornbread, since I don't have editing capabilities right now, and I'm kind of not in the mood to sit there and edit a video, but I hope you guys understand. While we're doing that, there is one thing I want to show you. So you all saw my video this morning of the rainstorm. So if you haven't, please go and watch it. It was pretty awesome. We're expecting more rain, but the sun is going down now toward the beach. This is the direction of the beach. I'm about less than a mile away from the beach. And it's going to be an awesome sunset tonight. And we actually have a little bit of blue skies, and it doesn't look as ominous as it did earlier. But isn't that pretty? That's just really pretty. And on that note, I'm going to end the video. Please watch for the end results. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel. We're up to 2,100 subscribers already. I really can't believe it. And it's only been just a little bit over a year. You guys have been amazing with me, and I really appreciate all of my viewers and all of your questions. I need some suggestions on what you guys need to, or what you'd like to see me can. Like I said, I'm going to be starting a basic series of canning, and right from the beginning. And I'm also going to be canning some a little advanced things as we go along. So I'm going to be doing those two things at the same time. But I really want to start a beginner's course on canning, because I've had a lot of people ask me how to how to, how to can, how to start canning and the safety measures and everything. So we're going to start going through all that. And I'm also going to do a video on what I like to dehydrate and what I don't like to dehydrate. I have a video on what I like to can and what I don't like to can. And please go in and look for that and watch that, and let me know what you want to see canned. If you haven't, if I haven't done it, then suggest it, and I just may do it and give you the credit for it. So I'm going to go finish the chili, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.